Ninjago has released a lot of sets throughout the years, and with a lot of sets comes a lot of minifigures. So today, I'm going to be talking about every single Ninjago minifigure ever made, starting off with the pilots. Now, for the pilots, we had two suits for the ninja. We had the training suits and the DX suits. We got training suits for Kai, Cole, Jay, and Zane, and DX suits for Kai, Cole, Jay, and Zane as well. We also got a pretty decent version of Nia in the Fire Temple, and two versions of Wu, one with the white kimono and one with the black kimono. We also got a decent version of Garmadon, though he is a bit on the simpler side. For the villains faction of this season, we have the Skulkin, led by Samukai, followed by Knuckle, Cruncha, Whiplash, Boneseye, Chop-Off, Crazy, and Fracjaw. Some of these skeletons are really good, especially the ones with the molded headpieces, and some of them are just okay. But as a whole, I think most of these minifigures are really good. However, they definitely pale in comparison to Season 1. For Season 1, we had three suits, the ZX, Kendo, and NRG suits. For the ZX suits, we got one of these for Kai, Cole, Jay, Zane, and Lloyd as he becomes a new member of the team. The Kendo suits we got for Kai, Cole, Jay, and Zane and are pretty much just worse versions of the ZX suits where they swap out the armor and the headpiece. The NRG suits though I think are genuinely fantastic. They have this metallic printing going out throughout the torso, and it's a shame we only got these suits for Kai, Cole, Jay, and Zane and not Lloyd. We also got a pretty decent side characters for this season, getting a young version of Lloyd, Nia as Samurai X, and a white kimono Wu, but I think where this minifigure selection really shines has to be the villains. The villain faction for this season are the Serpentine, and oh boy, are these minifigures fantastic. Starting off, we have the four Serpentine generals, Fang Tom, Scales, Scalador, Acidicus, and Pythor, followed by their henchmen, Fang Dam, Fang Sui, Snappa, Slithera, Mesmo, Rattler, Bitar, Chokin, Snike, Lizaru, Spitta, and Lasha. Now, all of these minifigures are genuinely fantastic, and I did go through them pretty quickly, but I absolutely love these, especially the Serpentine Generals with the cool tail. To end off this season, we also get a cool forearm version of Garmadon. Anyway, moving on to Season 2. This time, we didn't get as many minifigures. We only got the Elemental / kimono suits for the ninja, getting Elemental Kai, Cole, Jay, Zane, and Lloyd. We also got the super awesome golden version of Lloyd, coupled by the same white kimono Wu we saw before. We also get a possessed version of Garmadon with this new headpiece that shows when he gets possessed by the Overlord, but overall I don't like this minifigure too much. The villain army for this season is the Stone Army, led by General Kozu, consisting of a generic stone warrior, a stone swordsman, and a stone scout. Again, a pretty decent minifigure selection. Next up, we have Season 3 Rebooted, and for this season, we had the Techno suits and the Stone Armor suits. We got the Techno suits for Kai, Cole, Jay, Zane, and Lloyd, and we also got Stone Armor suits for Kai, Cole, Jay, Zane, and Lloyd as well. We also get this cool version of Zane that I guess came in some minifigure pack later on, but I think it was worth pointing out. We also get a new upgraded version of Samurai X Nia, and an evil version of Wu after he was captured by the Overlord. Garmadon is back to normal and now back in minifigure form as Sensei Garmadon or Master Garmadon. We also get Pixel and Dareth, who are cool side characters, and I especially like Pixel. Starting off with the villains for this season, we have the Golden Master or the Overlord. He's leading the Ninjroids. For the Ninjroids, we have General Cryptor, a generic warrior, a generic drone, and Mindroid. To close off the season, we also have Overborg, who's basically just Cyrus Borg possessed by the Overlord. Season 4, we have Tournament of Elements, and for this season, we also had two suits for the ninja, the Tournament suits and the Jungle suits. We got Tournament suits for Kai, Cole, Jay, and Lloyd, and I genuinely love these suits so much. I love the sleeveless design and the half masks. It just gives the ninja such a sleek look. The Jungle suits we got for Kai, Cole, Jay, Zane, and Lloyd, and these suits aren't as good as the tournament suits, but I think they're pretty decent as well. We got Skylar too, who's a new character for this season. She also technically comes in a jungle suit. Another new and revamped version of Samurai X Nia, along with some pretty cool side characters like Master Garmadon again and Pythor. The villains of this season are the Anaconda cultists led by Chen, Klaus, and Izor. I think all three of these minifigures are great and rock the dark red and purple aesthetic super well. Speaking of the generic cultists, we have Zugu, Kapow, Chop, Crate, and Slevin. We also have versions of when these get turned into Anaconda with Kapow Rai and Chop Rai. This season introduced a lot of cool new elemental masters, and we get a lot of them in minifigure form as well, namely Neuro, Ash, Shade, Karloff, and Griffin Turner. Next up, we have Season 5 Possession, and again, we have two suits for this season. We have the Airjitsu suits and the Deep Stone suits. The Airjitsu suits are kind of like these special suits that only Kai, Cole, Jay, and Zane got for this season, though we did get some others later on. The Deep Stone suits, though, are one of my favorite suits. I love the way they mix the black with the ninja's main colors, and we get these for all of the ninja. Kai, Cole, Jay, Zane, Lloyd, and even Nia, as she leaves Samurai X to become a ninja this season. We also get this cool version of Future Jay, and we also get Nia as Samurai X again, though she is technically a ninja in this season, and two versions of Wu. One is for battle and one from the Temple of Airjitsu. We also get some cool side characters like Misako, Dareth, and the Mailman. Also, we get these two random people who came in the Temple of Airjitsu. The villain faction for this season is the Ghosts, led by Moro. Moro comes in two versions, one in this regular version and one version where he possesses Lloyd, which I think looks fantastic. We also get quite a few of his henchmen like Wraith, Bansha, Goltar, and Soul Archer, along with like 6 generic Ghost Warriors. The last minifigure from this season is Ronin, who I don't think is all that great, but it's not bad either. Now entering Skybound. In this season for the ninja, we have the Destiny suits. We get Destiny suits for Kai, Cole, Jay, Zane, Lloyd, and Nia. We also get this prison version of Zane and Echo Zane, who technically isn't Zane, but whatever. We also get a new version of Skylar, and Captain Soto and Giant Stone Warrior are also pretty decent side characters to get. The main villains in this season are the pirates, led by Nauticon, who's this amazing genie minifigure that I really like. Especially love the 4 arms, and having one of the arms be a hook is a really nice touch. His henchmen include Flintlock, Doubloon, Dogshank, and Clancy, along with some generic pirates. We also get Monkey Wretch, who is pretty funny as a minifigure. We also get this generic prison guard and a white ninjoid who was in one of the scenes earlier on in the season. For the final season of this video, we have Day of the Departed. For Day of the Departed, we got the Honor suits. So Honor Kai, Cole, Jay, Zane, Nia, and Lloyd. We also got again Nia and Samurai X, as well as a new version of Wu. There's some cool side characters again, like Little Nelson and Mech Pilot Ronin. Finally, to round off the good guys, we got Airjitsu, Lloyd, and Nia, the final 2 Airjitsu suits, as well as the absolutely fantastic Cole RX. A lot of the villains for this season are just straight up copied from earlier seasons, and pretty much the only new villains for this season are Master Yang and his pupil. Some of the older villains that we see again include Cryptor, an android warrior, a drone, Kozu, a stone swordsman, a stone scout, Crazy, Fracjaw, Master Chen, Izor as Anaconda, and Pythor in an all-new suit. Today we'll be picking up where we left off in the last video with Season 7. For Season 7, we have the fusion suits. We got fusion suits for all of the ninja, and honestly, these suits aren't too bad. I kinda like them. We got the same white kimono Wu from Day of the Departed, as well as a new Samurai X with the all-new color scheme. We also get the first and only minifigure forms of Rei and Maya, Kai and Nia's parents. But again, where this season really shines has to be the villains. Acronyx and Crooks, while they look really similar, are both really great minifigures, and the Vermilion Warriors just look so creepy and cool. Especially Commander Makia, Commander Ragmonk, and Blunk, who are all just great minifigures in general. We also get quite a few generic Vermilion Warriors, and yeah, I think all of these Vermilion Warriors as a whole are just fantastic. Next up, we have Season 8. For Season 8, all of the ninja were redesigned, and we got the Resistance and Spinjitzu Master Suits. The Resistance suits we got for all of the ninja, and I think that these are some of the best Ninjago suits of all time. Meanwhile, the Spinjitzu Master Suits look really bad in my opinion. For the villains, we have the Sons of Garmadon, and I do quite like some of the minifigures, especially Mr. E with and without the Oni mask. Same for Ultraviolet and Kilo. The generic thugs here aren't too great, but some of them are decent, like Luke Cunningham, Skip Vicious, and some of the others. Side characters in this season are also pretty great, like getting Harumi, Hutchins, and Pixel are all great. Resurrected Garmadon I think I like a lot. Next up, we have Season 9. For this season, we had the Hunted suits and the Dragon Master suits. The Hunted suits, I think, as a whole are pretty good, but not that great. And the Dragon Master suits, again, are pretty terrible. We only got them for Kai, Cole, Jay, Zane, and Wu, though, so it's not all that bad. Speaking of Wu, we got two brand new versions of Wu, Teen Wu and Dragon Master Wu. We also get Samurai X, and we do get all new versions of Skylar and Harumi. Garmadon's the same, but still great. For this season, we got the Dragon Hunters, and we got Iron Baron, Heavy Metal, Jet Jack, Daddy No Legs, Muzzle, Chew Toy, Skullbreaker, Arcade, and these random generic Dragon Hunters. Next up, we have Season 10, March of the Oni, and for this season, there was only one set, and that set had these three minifigures, these three Oni. Alright, now getting into Season 11, Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, we have a lot of minifigures to talk about. We got three suits for the ninja, the armor suits that are kind of like the main suits. We got these for all of the ninja. We got the Forbidden Spinjitzu suits, which are pretty much just the armor suits with a different hood, but we got these for all of the ninja, and I like them too. Next up, we have the Spinjitzu Slam suits, and these are the special suits that come in the gimmick sets of this wave. We got these for Kai, Jay, Zane, and Lloyd. We also get a brand new version of Master Wu along with Akita, who's a brand new character for this season. Main villains in this fire chapter of this season are Asphira and her Pyro Vipers, including Char, a Pyro Whipper, and this generic Pyro Viper. The main villains in the ice chapter are the Ice Emperor, whose army include General Vex, Grimfax, a Blizzard Swordmaster Warrior, and a Blizzard Archer. We also get Clutch Powers, who's a pretty cool inclusion for this season. Next up for Season 12, we have Prime Empire, and this time we got suits for all of the ninja except Zane. We also get these avatar suits for Kai, Jay, and Lloyd, and these somewhat avatar suits for Cole and Nia, but they're not really avatars. The villain faction of this season is led by Unagami, consisting of his red visors. There's also some whack rats who are kind of like the villains in the set, but they're not really the villains. We also get some cool side characters again, like Tsushimi, Avatar Harumi, Scott, and Okino, but by far the best minifigure this season has to be Pink Zane. We'd have waited 9 years to get this minifigure at the point of its release, and it's a fantastic minifigure. Next up, we have Master of the Mountain. This time we have the hero suits and the Spinjitzu Burst suits. We got the hero suits for all of the ninja, and the Spinjitzu Bursts just for Kai, Cole, and Lloyd. I think as a whole, both of these suits are pretty okay. I like the hero suits a lot, but the Spinjitzu Burst suits are just okay. We also get another version of Master Wu and Vanya, who's again another new character for this season. The main villains of this season include the Skull Sorcerer and his Awakened Warriors, though we also do get quite a few other minifigures like Mert, Mo, Glek, and Ginkle, who kind of serve as the villains in the sets, but they're not really the villains in the season. With our final season of the day, we have the Island, and coincidentally, we have the Island suits. We got Island suits for all the ninja, and I genuinely love these suits so much. Especially Lloyd, he's probably my favorite suit. The main villains are the Keepers, led by Mamatis, including Pole Eric, the Rumble Keepers, and the Thunder Keepers. Today, we're going to be starting off with Ninjago Seabound. For Seabound, we got the scuba suits for all 6 of the ninja, as well as this awesome NRG suit for Nia. We also get this Woobot, who I don't think really is a minifigure, but I'm going to put him on the list anyways. And for the villains, we got Prince Kalmar, a Murray Guard, Benthomar, and Gluttonous. Next up, with the final season of Classic Ninjago, we have Crystallized. For Crystallized, we got 3 suits. We got the Fugitive suits for Kai, Cole, Jay, Zane, and Lloyd. We got the Golden suits for Kai, Cole, Jay, and Zane. And we got the Dragon Form suits for Kai, Cole, Jay, and Zane. In addition to that, we also got some special minifigures like Golden Oni Lloyd and Samurai X Nia. We did get a lot of other minifigures though, like an updated version of Wu, Garmadon, Skylar, Nelson, not to mention the villains, which include an updated version of Pythor, Asphira, Vangelis, Mr. F, the Mechanic, Harumi, and the Overlord, who's also known as the Crystal King in this season. The main villain army of this season is the Vengestone army, consisting of these Vengestone warriors. Alright, now entering a new era for Ninjago, we have Dragons Rising, and we got quite a few good minifigures for this one. Starting off with Dragons Rising Season 1, we got the merge suits for all of the ninja, including two new ninja, Eren and Sora. We also got Dragon Power suits for Kai, Lloyd, and Nia. The villains for this season are overall pretty fantastic, including Beatrix, Lord Roz, Rapton, a Claw General, a Claw Hunter, an Imperium Guard Commander, and an Imperium Guard. For this season, we also got quite a few generic side characters. Most of them came in the Ninjago City markets, so I'm just gonna go over them quickly. We got Detective Zane, Blacksmith Kai, Urban Aaron, Urban Sora, Misdemeanor, Hound Dog McBrog, Camille, Bartender Dareth, Cyrus Borg, Blazy H Speed, Gale Gossip, Vinny, Sushimi Chef, Baker, Boat Vendor, Street Vendor, Borg Store Employee, Tea Vendor, and Dojo Kid. To wrap up this season, we also got awesome minifigures of Wildfire and the Spirit of the Temple. Now entering the most recent season, Dragons Rising Season 2, we have 3 suits for the ninja. We got the mech pilot suits for all 6 of the original ninja, the climber suits for all 6 of the original ninja, as well as source tournament suits for Kai, Cole, Zane, Lloyd, Nia, Eren, and Sora. Not only that though, we also got some other cool ninja minifigures like Evil J, Mech Cole, and Master Lloyd, paired with the Rising Dragon suits that we got for Eren, Kai, and Nia. This season, just like Dragons Rising Season 1, also had some cool side characters like Roby, the Temple Guard, Blecht, Tox, and Mr. Pale. Rounding off the good guys, we have Wu, Euphrasia, and a new version of Wildfire. Now entering the villains. For the villains, we got 2 versions of Lord Ras, Jordana, Cinder, and the Wolf Mask Warriors. We also got this Wolf Mask Guard, who I think is definitely much worse than the Wolf Mask Warriors. So that's it, right? Well, not quite, as Ninjago did have 2 notable sub-themes that I would like to talk about today, Legacy and Core. Starting off with Core. For the ninja in this sub-theme, we got the dojo suits, as well as this pretty cool golden suit for Lloyd. And for the villains, we got these snakes in the first wave and these bone warriors in the second wave. They also took the opportunity to introduce some pretty cool characters into Core, like Pixel and Wu. Oh, and we also got Spinjitzu training suits for Kai, Lloyd, and Jay, as well as these 2 apprentices that came in the brick box. Finally, we also have a Pixel bot and a Wu bot. Finally, with Legacy, for the ninja, we had Legacy 1 suits for all the ninja, Legacy 2 suits for all the ninja except Zane and Nia, Legacy 3 suits for just Zane, and these Epic Dragon Battle suits for all the original ninja. We also got 2 versions of Samurai X, a Golden Dragon Lloyd and a Young Lloyd. Oh, and we also got a Black Kimono Wu. Now going to the villains. For the villains, we got Garmadon, Pythor, Spitta, Lasha, Cruncha, Knuckle, Whiplash, General Kozu, a Stone Scout, a Stone Warrior, 2 versions of the Overlord, Ninjaward Warriors with various accessories, Izor, Soul Archer, and Gultar. Finally, we also got Mesmo and Radla. We also got a bunch of random side characters and other versions of the main characters like Urban J, Urban Cole, Urban Nia, Young Dragon Lloyd, Golden Wu, Misako, Gravis, Bolobo, Jacob, Ronin, Clutch Powers, The Mechanic, Cece, Christina, Eileen, May, Hey, Kato, and Tito. Finally, with the last and probably the best Legacy minifigures, we have the Golden Suits. These were created to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Ninjago, and I think these are quite fantastic.